every time I attempt to make a video, I accidentally hit the escape button, which shuts off my recording software. You would think by now I would realize, hey, stupid, don't do that. It may get you out of a tool set, but you're also pretty much deleting everything you've just tried to do and explain. So if I miss explaining something, I apologize. That'll do. For now, that'll do. Torso. Gut. Ball and socket joints. Knights be tall. Nope, too long. You're not going to want that. You want to see how the torso is drawn. Let's do an arm out to the side. Elbow. Elbow should be about equal on the same side. We could put feet if we really want to. I'm not super concerned with it because I'm going to end up making boots and they're going to go off the page and the hat's going to go off the page, so we'll just come back to it. You're only interested in the torso. But once you've got the skeleton, you know what your proportions are going to be for the rest of the drawing, so that's important. Get the skeleton on there, then you can do a different layer for stuff you're going to keep. Different people do this differently. I like to start knowing where the collar is because it covers Knight's neck. Now, since the arm is going to be in front of the torso, you really should take a moment it's going to waggle a bit at the elbow joint. Nope, too far. You know what, we'll draw the cuff first. This is only our roughs layer after all. We're going to come back through and make this clean later on. Yeah, I don't feel like doing fingers. Fingers are hard. This elbow looks like it came too far down. Oh wow, yeah, that's horrible. Well, we're worrying about the torso anyway, so we're not paying attention to the arm right now. There we go. Start of Jelly Bean. Come back out for the hips. Not that big of a butt. We got like a Sonic butt. So this is where I was saying Jelly Bean. You could pretty much draw a Jelly Bean, and that would be Knight's body. Make sure those are approximately the same length. A little bit off, and nobody's going to notice, but again, we can come back and hit this with an eraser later on. This is just the roughs layer. This is just to figure out where we want everything. Boop, boop. In my experience, usually the bottom two of this are longer than the top two. And whatever angle the body is facing on, say for instance Knight's is facing up that way a little bit, you want the point to be up that way a little bit. No curved lines, please. No curved lines. Come on, stop that. That's better. Now we got like Mickey Mouse buttons on the pants. So there's your torso. That arm thing really bugged me. Your arms normally come down to about your crotch. When you're standing, your arms should fall just about there. So I think what I'm going to do is just goodbye. Let's see if we can redo that a little bit. Where's your elbow fall? My elbow falls about where my love handles are. And again, different people may be different. Stop changing what layer I'm on just because I hit back. Go in a little bit of a fold there because that's where your sleeve normally folds. The cuffs are really throwing me off today, which is weird because normally I don't have a problem with Knight's cuffs. You know what? You're getting a mitten today, Knights. You can be winter Knights wearing a mitten. Voop, 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 voop. Guess we should actually put the palm of your hand in there so it looks like you have a hand. Shoulder. Usually the shoulder starts up by the collar, because see, this one comes up into the collar. You're going to want the fold of fabric to be in front. So we probably, once again, nope, wait. Can we see this from the camera? I don't know, we really need to know what our hand is doing. Our hand is existing as a hand. There we go. Now we know what the cuff is doing. Now we can go through and add the, there. Nope. Down to the elbow. Down to the elbow, which means we gotta get rid of this because it's hidden behind the forearm. That's kind of a little too curvy anyway. It's alright, this is just the roughs layer. This hand really looks awful. Mitten or not, that really looks awful. This is only a lesson in anatomy. Don't do as I do. There's a whole thing on how to do hands, and I am not doing it because I'm going super fast here. You want to talk to somebody like Ket who knows what they're doing and has been doing it for years. You also want to make sure you know how to draw circles. You start from your shoulder, not your wrist. Don't ever draw a circle with your wrist. You know what, we'll do that. Now we've dictated where the horn goes. Whoop, whoop. That's a little too tall, because if that curves around, there. About the same height. So you want to come down a little bit. That looks good. You want to put the stripes on there. I never count the stripes. Back in the day, we didn't think they were actually stripes. We thought that was just, shading and gradient and whatnot. All you youngins with your, let's put stripes on the hat. Legs, for the largest part, are tubes. When you hit the knee, flare out a bit, because we gotta get those big old Buzz Lightyear boots. Buzz Lightyear has Knight's boots. Buzz Lightyear is a poser. Not gonna fit all of this boot on this page. Somewhere just below the knee, make a point up. At about where you would start, where Sonic would have one of these. Almost like shoe length, shoelaces area. Because it comes down to right around the heel. And then there's another one. So we've got a stripe. So this would be purple, this would be yellow, this would be pink, and then we're back to the purple leg. Which means I gotta get rid of this. Because this is now part of the torso. Leg out. Make sure you go on the outside of your knee. Leg out. You want to taper in a little bit. Down for the knee. Remember to flare out because we're having boots. I probably didn't flare out enough. So you know what? Let's draw the back of the boot first. Now I know how much I want to flare out. That's the back of the leg. This would be a calf. You really could curve that a bit to show calf if you really wanted to. I don't really care. That's not how I draw Knights. The toes. There are various ways to draw toes for Knights' boots. You can do pointy, you can do super pointy, you can do like Sonic. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm going to keep that. I like that. Because I grew up drawing Sonic first before Knights was a thing. And this is incorrect. Again, don't do as I do. With this leg being this long, it's way longer than that leg. That's why we had the skeleton here. to show where our foot falls. You can go a little bit bigger than your skeleton, but you shouldn't go a whole bunch bigger than your skeleton. That was not the right tool. There we go, that's the right tool. There we go. So that should be, now if this leg got straightened, it should be the same length. That's why we have our skeleton drawing, to show us where we want our things to go. I guess that's good enough. So that is how you draw knights. Let's have some wings. Knights had Red Bull and now it's a pretty butterfly. That's stupid. I'm just gonna end this now.